Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'in wa ala umuri dunya waddin. Shalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. First of all, thank you for giving me the chance to share something that I believe you all experience, though maybe in different ways. Today I will deliver a speech with the title, The Beauty of Patience in Facing Trials. Life does not always go the way we want. Sometimes it's like walking through sunshine, but other times it feels like we are stuck in the middle of a storm we did not see coming. And when we are in pain, disappointed, or stressed out, the easier things to do is to rage loudly, maybe by getting angry, blaming others, or even shutting ourselves down completely. But what if I told you the strongest things we can do during hard times is actually to be patient? Patience is not about doing nothing. It's not about ignoring our emotions. Being patient means giving ourselves space to breathe, to feel everything, but not let those feelings hurt the people around us. Because let's be honest, how many times have we been upset by something and ended up snapping at someone who had nothing to do with it? That friend who was just asked a simple question, that classmate who was just trying to help, they did not deserve our anger, but they got it anyway because we were already full of stress and didn't know how else to release it. I say this not to make anyone feel guilt. I've done this too. I had moments when I was overwhelmed and someone kind became my emotion punching back, and afterwards I felt even worse because deep down I know they did not deserve it. And yet, the Quran also gives this beautiful advice, and be patient, indeed your patience is only by Allah. Surah An-Nahl 127. So even when it's real hard, we can whisper in our hearts like, Ya Allah, please help me be patient. Because true patience does not come from us alone, it comes from the one who created our hearts. That's why patience is powerful, because patience says, I'm in pain, but I will not pass this pain to others. I'm hurting, but I will not hurt someone else to feel better. In Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 153, Allah reminds us, indeed Allah is with the patient. This verse is simple but powerful. It reminds us that when we are patient, we are not alone. Allah is always with us, watching us, and understanding us. He knows our tears, even the one we don't show, and He promises to be close to those who are patient. There is also a verse in Surah Az-Zumar verse 10 that say, into the patient will be given the reward without limit. Without limit, can you imagine that? Allah value every moment of patience we show. Every time we bite our tongue inside of lashing out, every time we forgive even when it's hard, every time we breathe and choose peace inside of anger. All of it rewarded without measure. Our Prophet Muhammad SAW also taught us the beauty of patience through his word and action. In one hadith narrated in Sahih Bukhari, the Prophet said, whoever remains patient, Allah will make him patient, and no one is giving a gift better and more vast than patience. This hadith shows us that patience is truly a gift, and like any gift, we need to learn how to use it. We practice it every day when we are late, when people annoy us, and when things don't go our way. Another beautiful hadith says, how wonderful is the affair of the believer, for everything is good for him, and this is only for the believer. If something good happens to him, he is grateful, and that is good for him. If something bad happens to him, he is patient, and that is good for him. Hadith narrated in Muslim. This means even when life is hard, we still win, because with patience we turn pain into purpose, struggles into strength, and trials into growth. It takes real strength to hold our emotion, to calm our hearts, and to choose kindness, even when everything inside you wants to scream. Let me tell you something. Just because someone's will calm does not mean their life is easy. Maybe that person who smiles a lot is hiding a storm inside, but they choose peace over anger, they choose patience over action, and that is beautiful. You know, being patient does not mean we never cry or feel broken. It's okay to cry, it's okay to feel tired. Even the strongest people have moments when they want to give up. But what makes them strong is that they keep going anyway. They keep trusting Allah's plan is always better, even if it's hard to see right now. That's why it makes patience beautiful. It's full of quiet courage. You see, patience is not just about waiting for the storm to pass, but patience is about how you behave while you are still standing in the rain. No, I'm not saying it's easy. It's actually really hard sometimes. But the good news is patience is something we can practice. Like a muscle, the more we use it, the stronger it becomes. So next time you feel like exploding to try to pause, just for a moment breathe and ask yourself, is it fair to give this person the anger that belongs to something else? Because more often than not, the answer is no. Sometimes the people we hurt the most are the ones who care about us the most. They are just there, trying to help, but because we are overwhelmed, we end up pushing them away. That's why it's important to pause and remind ourselves, not everyone deserves the weight of what we are carrying. Kindness never was, even when we feel like no one understands us. Maybe we can control everything, but we can control how we treat others, even when life feels unfair. And if you are the one facing someone else's anger, remember this. Sometimes people hurt others not because they are bad, but because they are hurting too. Still, we can choose not to repeat the cycle. So, my dear friends, let's be gentle with others and with ourselves. Let's choose patience even when we are tired. Let's speak with kindness even when our heart feels broken. Because at the end of the day, patience is not weakness. It's one of the most beautiful strengths a person can have. Allah reminds us again and again, indeed with hardship there is easy. Surah Al-Inshirah verse 6. So don't give up, then give it. And don't let your pain spill onto those who don't deserve it. You are stronger than your storm. That is the beauty of patience. I think that's all from me. Please forgive me if there were any mistake in my voice, in my word, or in my delivery. I hope this speech can be a reminder for all of us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.